I'm sick to death of you. Honestly, you come here, you're crawling, you're a creep, you're snivelling, you're pestering me, I've got no peace with you. And I know the story with you and the goat. Now go on, out.
And what did you say, Paul?
I said, yes, Mr. Zeman. Will you let me play on Sunday?
What a terrific story. Well, we're hearing more about Paul's probable comeback later on in today's show and other subjects besides, I shouldn't wonder. Right now, of course, it's time for Ken. Was there something different about you this week, Paul?
Yeah, change the waistcoat.
It's nice, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, just...
In today's show, Juventus tighten their grip on those Scudetto. James has all the week's news.
Say ho! Say ho!
Gazza's comeback getting nearer and nearer.
My girl!
I know no rules. I know you know fools.
We say hello to Italy's 4 European survivors.
We jump in the queue, complete time brothers with a beat time tools. Can't hide.
And James meets a team on the up, Torino. They prepare to meet Juventus in tomorrow's big derby game.
We had one in my street like 2 weeks ago.
But what do you get for the van?
It's got to be a wafer in it.
A wafer.
The one that's like a slab and it's filled with like meringue on, you know that shit.
Oh, the mad clamshell things.
No,
oysters?
it's like-
Oysters,
it's like-
oysters are
No,
top,
no.
though.
It's a
yeah,
rectangle. It's like a mattress.
Aye, that's what I
filled
get, a
with
wafer.
white foam.
Aye, wafer.
Yeah, right,
wafer.
right.
Oysters,
Just
can
like,
we...
it's oyster for me.
Do we have a
every day of the
moment
week,
for
man.
oyster? Honestly,
I love how there's a split opinion.
is
Makes
I'm
there?
not a
sense,
fan of
Is
the
there?
coconut like
It is, 'cause
scratchings.
me and Thomas are on the wafer gang and you're on oyster gang.
Oyster all day, man.
If I'm being real though, like 9 times out of 10, well, not 9 times, but like majority of the time, I would just get like a cone with the red sauce on it and shit.
Are we 99?
Do you know?
Original and best.
Raspberry Ripple.
Do you know that there's an ice cream called a McCallum,
No,
Is there?
I do now.
and you would get it in Italian ice cream shops, and it would be a scoop of ice cream with raspberry sauce.
That's nice.
Legit.
Is that
that's
got
like
something
an
to do with your
actual thing.
family?
Well, I don't know. I think my family kind of, they don't like claim it's part of our history, but like my great grandfather did have an ice cream shop and did sell the McCallum, so
Yeah, like
who knows?
this is like meant with like in the nicest way, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say something rude. I just mean like it's like ice cream with raspberry sauce on it.
Yeah, but like,
Bro, that's like the
in
most
a
iconic
tub,
thing.
in a tub, not a cone, and it's like only one scoop.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's mate, that's like up there with like a 99 or something in terms of just like
yeah.
it's not some ultra niche thing. It's not like a Larry David sandwich and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Have you seen that episode where he gets raging about his sandwich?
No.
Oh, amazing. It's so good. I'll not go any further. It's a really good episode though.
no carb spoilers.
No carbs,
That's like
yeah.
the audience we have for sure. So who do we have this week? Introduce yourself, boys, from the top.
Liam.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Liam.
Why do you do this every week?
What am I supposed to do?
Where's your AKAs?
LG95, aka Gaza, aka Carbrain, aka Leo.
Thanks, Scott.
Jesus Christ. Alright, it's Lewis. He's pissed off at AKA Liam.
It's Scott, just chilling, having a good time.
The AKAs have gone to shit completely, man. They were all wrong. I'm just gonna call myself Thomas and not do any bullshit.
I mean, this week, episode, what is it, episode 10? Episode 6?
6.
Sick,
Oh
mate.
my god.
Fuck's
Oh,
sake.
man. This is going to be a party episode,
God damn.
Yeah.
for sure. What were the parameters for the tune this week?
The parameters were Italia 90 intro
Yeah.
sample, and
Yeah.
Scott also asked us to use any football meme reference that we would like.
I'm looking forward to that, man. Like
Exactly.
that bit in particular, because possibly some people could double up and stuff, and that'd be good patter. But also just seeing what folk call unearthed, because we were even talking about it before, and it was shit that you forgot even existed in like football patter terms.
Well, does it have to be a meme?
Nah, just a
Just
football.
like football
Not
stuff?
really.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
just
cool.
as long as it's football related.
Oh no, I'm thinking Liam's hitting it with some like emotional thing or something like that. Like the video of Ian Wright meeting his old teacher.
Oh,
Oh
That's
my
a classic
God.
though. That.
I thought you was dead.
Yeah. And he's actual being serious. Like he was like, I thought you were dead. Cunts told me you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
dead. And he's like, no, I'm alive.
Sad
That's
thing
so
is, that
mad.
guy's actually dead now.
That
Oh man.
that's so
Oh
mad.
man, that is such a sad video though. Oh, it's, for anyone that doesn't know, just, like search that on YouTube, man. Ian Wright like meets old teacher or whatever. It's like it's wholesome as fuck. But how did everyone feel about the actual sample to use it? Also, I made a tune this week.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
That's a big
Big
one.
yeah.
news.
Big news. First guest.
And what a fucking horrible sample to start with.
Yeah, well done.
Well, Scott, why don't you tell us how you felt about the sample? Let's flip the
I-
tables, man.
I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, you're fucking right.
I hated it so much. The way I think about music in general, I'm not like a producer at all. Like, but the way I try and think about music is like rhythmically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, instead of thinking about like what chords or what I could do with this, blah 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 blah, I always like to just try and cut things into like a phrase or like a section of bars. So like, I would just have like the full audio clip and then just try and like cut it up, even if it was like not like an exact bar, even if like the phrase of music just sounded like when it repeated, it had like a kind of nice like ring to it, and it was just so difficult that I ended up not doing that. I ended up just trying to take sounds and putting effects on them until the point that it made like a really deep bass noise, and then trying to make like an instrument like via that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to
Damn.
explain. I think
Damn.
when we play my actual tune, it'll make more sense. But I kind of like,
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
Is
Sounds like you've went a mad way about it.
just like I was like, right, I'm going to play to my strengths here and just try and use the pattern of like the samples that I'm using, and then try and like put, I don't know, the Italia 90 intro underneath it as kind of melody,
Yeah.
and then try and put
Yeah.
like a break over it and try and make some of the drums and some of the noises from the sample. And what I came up with is just this messed up experience, man. Like, I think I'm third today, but when we get to it, like, it's gonna be wild.
I do
man. It's
do
so
get
weird.
you in terms of it not being particularly sort of forgiving rhythm wise, because it's
Yeah.
just like doof 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 for like the 30 seconds, and it was quite difficult to make something that didn't sound that rigid with it.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
difficulty trying to break out of that because it was so like four on the floor rigid. Like I don't know, it seemed like very like boxy. Like it was just a
Kinda-
big box.
Kind of got a wee swing to it as well, like a wee like
Yeah.
off time sort of thing, and that was
Yeah,
hard to work
exactly.
around. It's hard to work around and make it anything other than that. So I'm interested in seeing what everyone's done, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point because, like, when I was trying to make the loops or trying to put like a beat under it, at some points I was like, right, see the first bar or the first time it loops, it's going to sound stupid maybe, or it might sound a bit like, I don't know, off, like out of place. But I was like, it's kind of weird. See if you kind of focus on the rhythm sometimes, and then you make like a beat that has maybe like not too much at the start, but quite a lot at the end. When it starts looping, maybe after the second or third time, it starts to feel familiar because like the space like in between the loops kind of makes sense only when you've heard them like a few times. Does that make sense?
I
Yeah.
think so.
It's kind of like
yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of like a beat that's like out of time. Like the first time, if you were just to hear like it played once and not like in a groove, it would just sound like rigid. It would just sound weird.
Mm-hmm.
But then your ear kind of like, for me anyway, kind of like tunes into it, and you start to hear like where the one is, even though it doesn't really makes sense. I don't know. It's just like you understand how much has been put in, and then when it loops again, you're here like, right, cool, I'm back into it. That's the beat. Right, that's one. I don't know. And there's something kind of cool about that. I like experimenting with that a lot. It's interesting.
Do you mean like kind of Jay Dilla offbeat thing? Like, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, kind of like. There's a drummer called Marco Meineman, and he had this like YouTube series, and I know a lot of people do it now, but he would have just like a sampler, and it would be like quotes and things from like films and like TV shows, like I don't know, it was even like quotes from like The Simpsons, and this guy is like a drumming god, and he would listen to like Homer say this like sentence, you know what I mean? And he'd be like, oh, that's in like 1427.
Oh.
I'd be like, what? I'm like, how the hell do you even know that? He'd be like, 1, 2, 3, what? Do you know what I mean? Like counting it out.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. You kind of made rhythm out of. Are you saying you made rhythm out of dialogue, or?
Kind of, yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Damn.
Yeah, but like it's not perfect, but like I don't know. I think when you do something like that, it only makes sense when it starts like looping. Like if that's like the way you're approaching it, I think like for someone that I don't know, that's just listening to it for the first time, it just makes more sense when the things are kind of loop. So I found it easy in that sense to work with it. Like I got it done quite quickly, and that was because like my approach was to just make it like really rhythmic. So yeah,
That's
that
good.
was my take on it anyway.
Will we
That's good.
listen to it?
Not mine, I'm third, man.
Oh
I'm
no, I
third.
mean the sample.
The sample, yeah, for sure.
Because
Yeah.
it's fucking 30 seconds, isn't it? Like,
Wait, are you ready?
Yeah.
We are
Alright,
ready.
okay. 3, 2, 1.
Campionato di calcio italiano.
I like it on its own again. It's another one of
Yeah,
those.
on its own, it's class, but see, try to use it. Fuck that shit, bro.
Lewis, that's us every week now, man.
I know.
And every time I post something, it's like, oh, this is gonna be fire.
I know.
Oh, this is gonna be so sick.
I know.
hate
Well,
it.
like, yes, can't
It was
wait.
ass. It was ass. I don't like it.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
I liked it.
it's the-
I liked it.
Oh, shut up, you kiss ass.
But what everyone else had to use like another sample though, had to put like a bit of pattern in it, or had to like put in something related to football. And Liam, you were first. What did you add in? Tell us about
Oh
it.
no! Can we have it be a
What?
surprise in the tune, please?
Oh
I
really?
have a feeling
Yeah.
that'll be funnier. If,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
just comes out whenever it comes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should just Well, I just
Damn.
count it down straight in, man. Let's talk
Straight
about
I
it
think we
later.
should go straight in. There's not too much we need to say about the track. I think like what we've actually done within the track is going to be like the main talking point.
Yeah. Let's go for it then.
Yes, let's
Let's
go.
go.
I'm clicking the
Alright.
link. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
The same newspapers that are building you to the skies and hyping you up are also trying to give you advice. They think, will this young man be able to handle all that attention?
Yeah, they're building me right up. It's unbelievable. I can't believe what's happening. Like I say, when I score a hat-trick on a Saturday, I love the tension. And it's frightening, really, because all I want to do is just live my own life. It's literally, I read the papers. But I just don't know effective, you know, to be fair. And what I've started doing now, and it's works.
Oh my god, that
All
was
I
so
want to do is
good.
just live my own life.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's an actual track. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's an actual track. That's like was a vibe.
Really? I thought
Really
you were gonna
musical,
rip
like-
me. I thought you were gonna rip
No,
me.
not at all.
It was
No,
I
actually
was
you
waiting for it, man.
it was actually quite endearing, the Gaza bit.
Yeah.
See, okay, so the story behind it, I was trying to pick a Gaza quote to rip the piss out of him, right? And I
Couldn't
found
have
this.
been anything other than Gaza in it.
I found.
for you.
I know, but at the same time, I don't want people to think that I actually like him. I mean, he played for Tottenham and Rangers. I mean, come on, man. But
Yeah,
I found
Lazio
this-
apologist, like.
Yeah.
and Lazio, I forgot about them. But I found this interview with him, and it was like 1990, so he was like at his peak, and it's with Terry Wogan, and Terry Wogan's just like everyone's gonna try and ruin your life from this point on, and you need to like stop people from trying to ruin it. And I was just like, wow, it's kind of endearing at that point when you see him. And then I looked up his age, and he was only 23. He was only 23. I thought he would have been like, I don't know, 27 or something, but he was just 23, and made me feel sorry for him in that kind of situation, and all the vices that he had kind of going. And when you see him now, it's just a bit of a shame, really. Especially when you hear him talking there, he's like kind of innocent, really.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make something a wee bit kind of a bit of a comment on that. Like, I guess he wasn't always this mental cunt. Well, he was mental, but maybe kind of endearing.
Yeah. Damn.
But I can't.
That's not how I expected this week to go at all.
I know.
What about you, boys?
I thought that you might be disappointed it's not ripping the piss.
No,
but,
not at all.
No,
But
I,
it's
I,
amazing.
I liked it so much. I liked the way you chopped the sample up.
It was it was inspired by 19. You know the tune 19.
Oh,
I can't mind.
no, 19.
Yeah, no. I can't mind who made it, but
Paul
it was inspired. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
Paul Oakenfold.
Not Hardcastle. Paul Hardcastle.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Hardcastle. There you go. But it was inspired by that, and kind of like what you were saying earlier, Scott. I was trying to make his voice do the rhythm a wee bit on the drums. It was just kind of like lining it up in the right place.
The drums
And then-
as well. Sorry, I'm fucking
No,
interrupting.
on you go, mate.
Yeah, like the way that you programmed the drums as well to do that kind of skippy drum fill type of sound, like it kept the vibe of the sample in that way. You just kind of extended that idea of like very 90s sounding,
Yeah.
like sampled.
I think it's a mix of the music and the Geordie accent, but it reminds me of Biker Grove, like the old Biker Grove with fucking.
Some bits it
deck.
really locks in, and you're like, Gaza's really riding this beat, man. Like,
Yeah, man. For me, I got like hairy bikers like vibes though. I wasn't thinking. You know, it was like, oh, have you got a good singing voice? And he was like, oh, but I'm me Geordie. Like, you want? I was like, man, hairy bikers.
however, it like, see, as soon as it started, like the guitars and stuff, I was like, damn, this is actually like something musical that's been made from this. Because
Yeah,
see,
it was
me
really
personally making it, I was like, mine's quite sort of robotic and sort of synthetic, but yours is like way more musical than I thought we were going to get just through my sort of view on it, making it. So props for that, because like I struggled with that.
Thank you.
You crushed it. Like, you
Yeah,
absolutely killed it.
I'm
Like-
kind of shocked.
Like, genuinely, like, I don't know, if I go a run later, I'll probably listen to that legit. It's just like, I don't know, it just had such a cool kind of like, it gave me the same kind of vibe and kind of like feeling that the actual sample gave me, if that makes sense.
I
Like,
just
it was kind of like nostalgic, kind of like quite moody, but it was cool. I don't know. It was just like really fresh. I was so into it. Like, I enjoyed it.
I guess I just wanted it to feel like what he would have felt on top of the world, with like he could do anything, you know what I mean? And it's kind of got
Yeah.
a bit of a swagger to it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I remember Swagger. Yeah. Damn. Well done.
Yeah, well
Claps
done,
for
man.
you,
You killed
That was
it.
fire.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Right then.
The House of Soccer.
All downhill from here.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, like...
Yeah.
On mine, I would
Damn.
say so, but here we go.
Definitely. Yeah, I'll count this one down. Not much I can say, just enjoy.
Okay.
The mischief in your voice, man.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Take your face. Look to your morals. We're back in a bang.
Fucking, for fuck's sake.
Mate, I actually really like that.
Yeah. So, bit of backstory. Start. Bit of backstory for this one, boys. But this one's just as emotional as Liam's. I got to about Wednesday and was like, man, I'm really struggling trying to get this break to work. So I managed to just take a kick from the sample, and I was like, right, that's it, I'm making a house tune, and I'm going to make it inspired by how Lemmy makes tunes. You know how Lemmy's tunes kind of sound all like they're made in Ableton? It's just got a pure stonking kick.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just going to do that. And then I was talking to my brother about samples and stuff like that I could use. And I was thinking, I'll do the Bendy Water, Lee Griffiths thing. And then I just was like, nah, man, I'm going to use the Look to Your Laurels. We're Coming After You. Because I thought that was quite housey, especially if you cover it in like echo. And that's all I done. And I really enjoyed making it. I made the piano as well in Ableton. So I had to learn how to use like wavetable and all that and try and get as close to like an M1, like the mad 90s.
I thought so, like Robin S. Show Me Love.
Yeah, I had to get as close as possible. Yeah, and that's what I done. I tried to get as close to like a Korg M1.
It sounds great.
Using wavetable. And that's literally the whole thing. It's literally drums, a snare.
What's the relevancy of the sample? Like, where's that from? I'm not familiar.
It's
really?
Are you really? That's huge. It was when Rangers beat Celtic at Parkhead on Rangers TV.
The most
That's
recent
the
one?
commentary at the end. Is it the most recent one? I can't even remember.
Well, you mean the most recent time Celtic have been beaten by Rangers?
Aye.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Right. Okay. Cool.
It was really recently.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. That sound bite.
If anyone's got the fucking sample bingo card out, like we've already had a Gaza sample and then a Rangers fan TV. Someone's going 2 for 2 for like. Yeah, I knew we were getting one. That was like.
Just need a Scott Allen type beat there.
Oh my god.
Blast from the past.
I actually really liked it, Lewis, honestly. I liked it was kind of short and sweet and just straight to the point, and it just banged. You know what I mean?
Well, that was a thing. Like, my last 2 things that we've done have been like a 4-minute slog fest. And I was like, this week, minute 30. Put those parameters and I locked it in. I could have went on a lot longer, obviously. I could have like done more stuff, but as you said, I just wanted to keep it short and sweet and go for the patter.
It's a
was
patter
proper-
episode. It's a
Yeah,
patter
I was proper
episode.
laughing at that, man. See when like we were unmuted, holy shit! Like when the kick came in, I was just like, "Fuck's sake, Lewis has just went all out." Like,
Yeah.
amazing.
Well done, man.
Cheers, lads.
Is it time?
It's time, I suppose it's time, innit?
Right, there's a lot I probably need to say about this, but maybe after we listen to it.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm
Oh,
honestly.
yeah,
I'm actually
terrified.
so nervous as well, because like, I don't think it's too far. I think it's funny, and there's a lot. I put a lot of effort into making it semi-musical, but yeah, I need to explain a lot once it's over.
Just quickly before we go, the artwork that you made,
Yeah.
is that DeCanio at the bottom right?
Nah.
Nah, mate, that's...
Oh no, that's the Alwa guy. Oh my god.
Yeah. You'll understand
believe
when
I-
it starts. You'll
Spoilers.
understand. You'll understand.
Spoilers.
I can't believe I thought that was
Savour it.
DeCanio.
DeCanio, what the hell?
Yeah. Just get it open, and I'll count us down. Okay. Right. 3, 2, 1,
una
go.
bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non puoi, credo che veramente devi essere una bestia, cioè non
Liquidation type beat.
For fuck's sake.
Jesus.
Oh,
It's a journey, man.
You know what? Liam must be sitting there like, why the fuck did I like try and make up your emotional piece of music? Jesus Christ.
I don't know if there's much to say, or if you have
I
anything
mean,
to
I mean,
honestly,
can I said everything for us, to be honest? Like,
it's just like I had no MIDI keyboard, right? And I had like I obviously had Reaper, this like new thing that I'd never worked with before. And I was like, right, I want to make something at the start that's like kind of like Italian like EDM music. So I'm going to use like an Italian vocal sample. So I used like Buffon calling the referee, saying the referee had like a heart of a beast because like he gave him a red card. Remember in the Champions League?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's what the title is. It's like Heart of the Beast type beat, because he was like, the referee can't be human. So I had that like start bit, and I was like, that's fine. And I was like, nah, I'm just gonna chuck some patter in here. Like, why not? So I obviously had Same Old Alloa, and then my favorite Scottish like patter moment of all time, Charles Green getting interviewed in his hospital bed, defending like, it's one of the funniest things ever. And like, I honestly probably had like 10 bits of it chopped up, but I was like, I'm just gonna stick my favorite bits together and just put some like bass tones and stuff in. And at the end, I wanted it to sound like ridiculous, just like kind of like, you know the meme when like the Seinfeld tune starts playing? Yeah, I just wanted it to just be like pure over the top, like, boom, like, I don't know, as if you've been like caught out for just like talking shit.
You know what though?
But yeah, I didn't want to make it too serious, because I was like, who knows what they're going to hand in. It'll probably be like quite polished or like
Absolutely
quite
not.
deep.
Well-
But I was like, I'm just going to make this like the funniest shit I can. I don't know.
And the thing is though, right, like, alright, there's like hundreds of patter in it, but see the actual music bits, they were really good.
Yeah.
At first I was like, bruh, sounds like Para 1 or something. Like the way all the like drum machines and synths were pure like plunky, wonky sounding. I was like, mate, this is just like a Para 1 tune. And then same old album.
I know. See if I was just better at producing, I had a better idea for it, but I just couldn't do it. I just didn't have like the technical like ability to do what I wanted with it, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put in this mad beat like underneath it.
Classic.
But yeah, like again, it was kind of just inspired by Marco Meideman, who would just like make kind of like beats or add just like retouches and like phrases into like drum beats to try and like give you like a rigid like back and forth between voice back into the beat, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, cause the sample was just kind of like doom, like I kind of kept that at the start just as like reference to that. I don't know. Kind of kept it as like a 1-2 1-2, and then just kept adding things on top of it to make it sound as if it was like offbeat sometimes. But yeah, I'm glad we got through that. Whoever has to edit this, like, it's me just like gutting myself the whole time listening back.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Yeah, well
done. Well done.
Especially like first time using Reaper and shit.
Yeah.
Madness. Shout out all the people making YouTube tutorials. I appreciate you and all of you.
Yeah. Right, well.
Last but not least, man.
Yeah. I actually, when I was trying to find a sample, I was trying to keep it like Celtic and Rangers free. So now I'm like, why the fuck did I bother? I'm not really surprised.
Yeah.
But I'll count us down then. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
Damn. D-Rest at the Dunfermline away game. Like Tron, man.
Was that Mark McGee?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was kind of struggling to. I knew that yous would like bring out the goods with the samples, so I was like really having to think hard about something that could be like a pure top tier, like bit of patter. And the only issue,
You know what I thought you would have went for? Sorry to interrupt. Either bootlegger or
fuck, I didn't even think of him.
Do you want
I
Sam?
thought it was going to be bootlegger as well.
I was thinking about
Do you want Sam?
Wheelstone Raider, but I thought that was too like obvious.
That's the most obvious sample.
It's a bit obvious. I didn't think you would do that, Thomas. I'm kind of glad you did pick the Mark McGee one because that's probably my favourite Scottish football.
Yeah, see something that's a video that's got sound. I noticed that like all my favourite ones are like pictures or tweets or stuff like that. There's no audio to it, or at least relevant audio. So, like that's it like the cover is like the guy in the tree at Falkirk Stadium where the stand is missing, stuff like that. Like, and Chris Boyd when he was motioning, like when he scored and he started doing the Fortnite dancing and motioning his fat belly and all that. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I
So
love that
good.
one. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's probably my favourite. But I am getting sent to the stand and he's like, "Get that to fuck."
It was an actual tune though. Like I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Not what I expected at all.
I just feel bad now because we had Liam and Thomas pull out all the
Yeah,
stops,
Lewis,
and then
you-
me and you. What the fuck are we up to?
Mate, I had a laugh.
It makes
I'd
sense
laugh as
though,
well.
because yours are like really leaning into the meme, and Liam's is like really leaning into like a sort of in like what's the word? The kind of leaning into the. Oh mate, I'm totally mind blanking. What's the word? And it's like you're
You?
like genuine. It's kind of like genuine, but
Yeah.
whatever. Like, okay, I'll start again. Basically, like mine feels like it's not either enough to make sense. Liam's is fully sort of nice and trying to be like bring some emotion out, and yours are so memey. But mine's like a tune that randomly has Mark McGee getting sent to the stand in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What was? But you were singing, weren't you? But it was like deep hidden under the
Yeah,
mix.
you were really quiet.
Yeah,
in
What
that.
were you
well,
talking about?
The approach I took with it was that, again, like last week, I wanted to not make music in the way that I normally do, which would be like get the sample, put some drums over it, and then like beef it up with guitars and stuff. I wanted to like stay as completely away from that as I could, so I banned myself from using guitars. And I was thinking a lot of like the and I'm also reading a book right now about Radiohead, and it's the journalism surrounding Radiohead through their career. It's like a compendium, is that the word? It's like a grouping of all the journalism from like 1991 or whatever up till the present day. And I was reading a lot about the transition from OK Computer into Kid A, and how they were like, right, we don't want to like be attached to the past any longer whatsoever. And it was also Tom York's lyric writing was that he would take fragments, because he had really bad writer's block, but he would take fragments of lyrics that he'd been writing that didn't join up, and he would like pick them out of a hat and then work from there. So what I did was I picked a random page in the Kid A section of that book and took 3 or 4 words at random from different points and then just sang them. And I can't even remember what they are now. I think there was a bit about talking about Blur's album 13 for some reason. Yeah, it's just random shite. Like, it's not meant to point towards anything. I tried to make it more like atmospheric than proving any point or anything.
I think that was maybe an interesting tactic, because when I was listening to it, I was trying to figure it out, but I was noticing the quality of voice. It was kind of almost like it had a phaser or something on it, because it was kind of popping up and then it was disappearing. So
I think that's why it was so quiet. Sorry, on you go.
No, I was just gonna say I was actually listening more, like trying to really like zone in on it more than I probably normally would if it was at a normal level in the mix.
Yeah. Well, I used on Ableton, it's the plugin called Frequency Shifter.
Oh yeah.
And there's one of the presets, I think it's called Phase, but I wanted it to actually, again, it was very much just like, with these bits of music that I make for this podcast, it's more so like experiments now, as opposed to like trying to write a tune. Past few weeks I'm like, right, I'm going to like try new things and see what happens. So I was thinking a lot about how Radiohead made Kid A, and I was reading about in the national anthem, Tom York's voice has a ring modulator on it, and that's why it sounds kind of like it's kind of being all pixelated sounding as he sings. Like it's weird. There's this weird like really short delay on it and stuff, and I just wanted to try and make my voice not sound like I was just singing over the top of it. I wanted it to be like part of the music itself. And using that frequency shifter, the only issue is because the phase thing, it was making it quieter and louder, so it's only popping out at certain points, and I think the phase was quite slow, so it's actually quite buried most of the time. But if I was to turn it up, it would just spike. It'd be unpleasant, so that's a part of the reason that it's so kind of buried. I think it turned out quite cool sounding though. I kind of made it quite quickly and then forgot about it. So listening back, it's nice that it sounds pretty alright, if I do say so myself.
I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
It had like a really driving feel to it. Don't even know how to put it into words, but it had a, like Lewis said, sounded like Tron or something.
Yeah, man.
Like driving synths, kind of like, you know, taking it somewhere. It was a bit serious, and then, like you say, fucking Mark McGee comes into the middle of it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty chill week.
Yeah, that was nice.
Like a nice, easy, no pressure kind of, just like make what you're feeling, put pattern if you want.
It's
pretty good.
like the minding Gran Turismo 4 when you were doing the licenses, and every like 5th license you got that thing called coffee break where you had to like knock cones down and shit. And it wasn't graded. It was just a little like bonus. It's kind of round.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. That's how I see it now that you've brought that up. We had our coffee break.
Maybe every couple of weeks it will just be like a patter episode.
Actually, that's a good idea. Like a different theme of patter every time. That's kind of a good idea.
Like, make like a donk tune or something. Oh well, Liam might hit it with that at some point. Anyway,
I mean, it's naturally gonna turn that way anyway, mate. So
yeah.
Don't worry.
I was going to say make some like Clubland shit, but I'm like, no, it's Liam like
persona.
Generally, yeah. Damn.
So for next week, I've been watching like a lot of like horror films, as I've been saying, but a lot of them have been quite nostalgic. It reminded me of like one of my favourite TV shows, and I want you to use the intro from this.
Is it Sex Etc?
Oh.
I don't know if I know this.
Yes,
No.
you do. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Right, let's listen right now.
Yes,
let's
you
listen
do.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just watch the full thing because it's important. It's only like a minute or something.
And you go.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Is this video unavailable
Oh my
to any
god.
use?
Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Scott's
What?
away. Scott's away.
Lewis can't hear us.
How's it? What do you
Video
mean unavailable?
Lewis,
How?
man.
I'm watching it right now.
I'm watching it right
Lewis's
now.
I'm
VPN, man. Lewis's
I'm
VPN's
not.
doing him.
Are you
Doing
on
a good bit, man.
VPNs?
Nah.
No,
I
you
just
just
click
click
the link
click the
that-
link that it gives you. It says watch on YouTube.
Okay, right. I can do it now. But
Oh, so
I
it
was
does. I
watching
didn't
it
read
in
that.
Yeah,
I
click
thought
the
it got
link.
like blocked.
Count us down.
Boomers.
Count us down again.
3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck's sake, that's fast.
Yeah, just have Doctor on the beat.
Damn. That was
Probably think I'm saying Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Goosebumps. Interesting.
Surely everyone watched that as a kid though.
Aye. BBC? It was on BBC, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I can't even remember.
I watched
but
it
I
on
watched
BBC.
it.
I watched Challenge TV when I was a kid, like no fucking shit.
Oh, brilliant. Crystal Maze.
Mate, Crystal
That's
Maze.
wild to me if you've never seen Goosebumps, like an
I
episode.
honestly don't know if I might have.
Or like the guy turns into a dog.
Yeah,
Like-
that's a good episode.
That's basically what Goosebumps persists of. Like, boy goes to school and then turns into Frogman.
Scott, if
Boy
we...
goes to school.
Nah,
and
they're
then
a
grows
lot
hair
darker than
everywhere.
that, honestly.
Scott, have we not talked about this one episode and it's in a field with like scarecrows or something? Was it you and me that was
Yeah,
talking about this?
I think
Children of
so.
the
I'm sure
Corn.
we had a day where we were talking about loads of
We've
them.
definitely talked about Goosebumps, like, yeah.
Because like the one that scared me as a kid was there was this like kid in school that wanted to be like a journalist, and these bullies would like phone his house all the time and like prank call him and shit and just like harass him. But then, it's so dumb. But for some reason, one of the bullies wanted to run for like school president, or they wanted that kid to run for school president because he was kind of like smart and like they would turn him into like a cool kid. And he was like, fuck it. He's like, the bullies want to be friends with me and like, they're going to make me like school president. Yeah, I'll do it. And this is so dumb, but like, they make him give these cookies out to like the school and they're like, if you vote for me, I'll give you a free cookie. And anyone that ate the cookie turned into like a lizard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's like, it's the weirdest thing ever. And it like stuck with me so much like growing up, but it just like freaked me out. I don't know why. But I don't think kids should have been watching that shit, honestly.
Dun, 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 dun,
See, when you look back, like, see our like age group, we were maybe the last group that had like weirdly like problematic kids TV programs, like Johnny Bravo and shit. How weird is the
Yeah, I
fact that
guess,
we were
yeah.
like 6 years old watching Johnny Bravo? That's actually really weird, isn't it?
I wasn't allowed to watch it, to be honest.
I watched Johnny Bravo all the time. That was like
Johnny
one of my
Bravo was a
favourite
kids one, wasn't it? It wasn't like
Yeah.
Adult Swim or
it
anything.
wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
no, it was
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, was it not?
things. Yeah, it was Cartoon Network, but it was for kids for sure.
So
Yeah.
weird.
He was pretty sexually charged and like, I don't know, would say a lot of like bang out shit.
Yeah.
It was the 90s, man. Like, what do you expect? But again, cheers to everyone for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks very
Liam's
much.
about to go and eat some toefish.
Fish?
Don't know what I'm having for dinner, man. Anyone know? Anyone? Not anyone know what I'm having for dinner, but like
I just ate mine mid-podcast.
What was it?
professional.
That was covert.
Uh,
That was covert.
Hi, man.
Put a silencer on it.
It was barbecue chicken with rice. It's good.
Nice.
Anyway. Bye!
I was waiting for someone to like comment on that, but I was like, I have nothing to say about barbecue chicken and rice. That's just like a decent dinner. But yeah, cheers to everyone for listening again. Much love.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Shout out.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Catches after.